Hey everybody, welcome to AJS News. This is video 2 of 2 for today.
But first, a word from our sponsors.
Guys, you know how important protecting your data and accessing all the content you deserve is to us, and that's why we use Surfshark.
Yeah, the internet is a scary place. You need to protect yourself, and you might as well unlock all of the things like Netflix libraries and cheaper prices on rental cars and flights.
So, of course, there's a lot of VPNs out there, but why have we chosen Surfshark, Joe?
It's one of the few ones where you can actually share with your friends and family. Unlimited devices.
Boom! Unlimited devices. Be the most popular kid in your family, on your block. Get it now. We have a special deal, guys. Go to surfshark.com/AngryJoeShow. Use code AngryJoeShow, and you're going to get 4 extra months of Surfshark VPN protection. I hope you guys enjoy the video, and thank you so much. Check it out.
Guys, everybody needs a VPN. Check out Surfshark. The links are down below. And part 2 of the news. Just so you know, AJS side, working on Claire Obscure. The boys are going to be streaming some misadventures over the week so that I can be editing that angry review. Then we'll jump on some more Doom. We got 2 movie reviews, Lilo and Mission Impossible on the way. Last of Us video probably going up very soon, if not already up. So check that out. And yeah, a lot of content coming. Alex, tell us what the hell has been going on in gaming news part 2. The other huge controversy that I think was overshadowed by Bungie acting stupid, but this one might even be worse.
We'll get there. First, let's talk about the internet.
Yeah.
You know what the internet is for, famously? In song form?
Cat
The internet is for porn. You haven't seen Avenue
I was thinking
Q.
about that song, El Internet.
What are you talking about? You just ruined the algorithm. He didn't say that word. I'm going to beep it out.
Corn.
It's corn.
Corn.
The
Internet is for corn.
Corn, yeah. Watch Avenue Q. It's a wonderful Broadway musical, and they have a song about corn.
Yes.
Well, there's a senator that hates corn.
Damn.
He hates
must
corn.
be
What's
obsessed
wrong with him?
Yeah.
He's obsessed with it. That's what it is.
That's what, yeah, because they always find out these senators
what
that
it
are like
is. He's
so
like, I hate
against it.
this.
My
It's like-
corn is none of your business.
And they've got like 40 petabytes of corn on their hard drive. And they're, yeah, you always,
That's how it is. It's always
they're in truck stop
You
bathrooms.
gotta-
it's a
You
smoking
gotta
gun.
craft it a little better. It's not. It's
smoking
not on
gun.
his hard drive. You can't fit corn on a hard drive.
Pictures
so
of
it's
corn.
in his room. He has a lot of corn. He stores tons and tons of corn.
Yeah.
In his room.
Yeah. In all sorts of forms. Well, he's trying to protect you from corn.
Yeah.
I imagine he just feels real guilty about his consumption of it.
Yeah.
What an asshole.
So
what fucking state is this guy from?
give you 10 guesses, and it rhymes with Bhuta.
They're bored over there, all right? They got shit to do.
Yeah.
Okay, telling us what to do. That's perfect.
Yeah. So, you know, we mentioned
Ways around it? There you
VPNs. So there may be more
It's
important
very- yes.
reasons to.
I'm very happy I have a VPN in this day and age. I don't understand why the government is telling us even more what to do. So here comes video games next. They're gonna fucking restrict video games.
He mentioned
they want to
video games,
ban
yeah.
corn. They want to ban violent
Because they
video
care
games.
about me so much.
But I thought the party that won was in charge is against the big
Small,
government and wants to. Well, I guess that was all bullshit. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome.
Yeah, and so the reason that I even mention it here
Yeah,
is
'cause
because
I'm-
of the
why did you go on?
well, the relation to video games, right? Because
Yeah, yeah.
anything that we are getting to the point where it's not quite thought police, but we're getting there. It's like, look, you
Yeah.
can't consume any media that I don't like. It's like, well, how about you don't consume the media that you don't like? It's like, no, you can't consume the media that I don't like. And it's like,
Yeah.
oh, that's weird.
Yeah, telling
and
other people how to live and stuff.
I don't know. I mean, I think if you moderate the amount of corn that you have in your diet, you're probably okay.
Yes.
It doesn't digest super well, so you shouldn't have too much of it.
Too
right?
much corn. It leads
You
to a bad
recycle?
time in the bathroom.
Yeah,
Do you recycle?
don't do that. Like,
No?
but at the same time, yeah, this is it's weird, and this is absolute because we've talked about violence in video games.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, we got to get rid of any sort of violence in video games, and so it's like
I'm
that's
surprised there wasn't huge controversies when Dragon Age and Mass Effect was out. Or, there was.
there was.
I think that now I'm remembering, like Fox News and shit.
I thought you were talking
stories.
about Veilguard. I was like, nobody
Well, you're
even
having
fucking
sex in
forgot
Yeah,
about that.
no one played
No
that
one
game.
cared about
Yeah.
that.
Not that one.
Oh, okay.
That was very cringy.
Yeah, and so it's happened in the past where BioWare was forced to tone down romances. Twitch has weird nudity like you get. It's tough to play certain games on Twitch, and you have to be worried about some of these things. So it's tough. This is almost certainly not going to pass. This guy's been trying to do it over and over and over again. I just thought once again it's funny, but
Yeah.
at the same time
Thanks,
it's
Utah.
dangerous. Yeah, fucking
They're bored out there.
fucking
They're
Utah.
bored.
Yeah. Marvel 1943, the Rise of Hydra, a video game, is delayed to 2026.
Will they fight? The Captain America fights Black Panther? Is it that one?
I think Black
Or
Panther's
is this a
in the
different
game, but
I completely
I forgot about this
this.
one.
I didn't know it was supposed to come out this year.
Me
I
neither.
didn't even know
Do
that
you even
either.
have it on the list?
Oh shit! No, I'm going through my list right now. I don't have it on the list. I think it was because it was always TBD, and I don't know. Maybe somebody thought it was this year, and they said no, it's not this year. I gotta write a news story.
Yeah.
But it's good to know that it's not coming out this year. I didn't expect it to come out this year. I don't think it's coming out this year. It won't come out this year.
If it comes out next year.
Confirm. What are what games are you? Give me one game you're looking forward to playing this year.
Men.
God damn it, Joe!
NCAA.
This is not a fucking joke to you.
Liza P.
My life is not a joke.
Is it
Liza
this
P.
year?
DLC, I think, is this year.
That one,
Ghost of Yote for sure.
Night Rain.
Oh, I don't have
I'm
Ghost
have
of
you-
Yote on here because we don't have a date for it yet, right?
I think we do have a Ghost of Yote date.
Okay, I'll look it up.
So I think that one's like October 2nd, same day as Borderlands. Is those the ones that are on the same day?
Yeah, October 2nd. Good job.
Yeah. So
Borderlands is September 23rd. It
What's-
got pushed up.
what? Oh, because they wanted to move away from.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Vampires Blood.
Vampire the Masquerade, Bloodlines 2, Electric Boogaloo is going
That's
to be
October.
terrible.
But
Fucking
we gotta check it
I
out.
hope it's terrible in a good way because the
Yes.
first one was kind of terrible in a good way. Like that game is awesome,
It was.
and I have no idea the quality of this one. But yeah, this game getting pushed into 2026 may not be good for it unless they plan on pushing it to like the very end of 2026.
okay.
So,
Yep.
not great for them. Did you know that the
That
Gollum?
when it snows,
I know nothing.
my eyes.
I was waiting for him to pick it up. That's his favorite.
It is.
It's one of the
Become?
worst. It's
All right, fuck.
it's one of the worst Batman. I mean, it's not.
But one of the
Batman
best
Forever.
songs.
It's
Yeah.
one of the best songs.
It's worst.
Oh yeah, but
And
I mean, Batman
that
Returns
you
best
shine
soundtrack though.
can-
It's so good, so good. Yeah, Lord of the Rings movie with Gollum is coming in 2027.
Why?
This
Gollum.
The Hunt for Gollum, and it's gonna have-
Hunt for Gollum.
yeah
The hunt for more money.
yeah Andy Serkis is gonna be in it.
You know the
So we gotta
fucking
play the game again.
Spaceballs?
Yes.
Yogurt?
The hunt for more money. Come on, man. By Andy Serkis from
no.
actual Peter Jackson framework. They're going full on in this, man. But I'm sorry. Like, even if you bring back all of the fucking talent, I just don't think people give a shit about a side story of Gollum.
We seen it. We played it. I didn't want it.
Yo,
With his hair.
You gotta get the balls.
just watch our review.
Watch our review of Gollum again. I want him to release it. Well, wait, it's happening.
Now
it's
so
happening.
we'll just when Gollum comes out,
Want some Funyuns.
we'll dress you up again, and
Get some
do we still
Funyuns.
have that costume? Well, we can
Yeah.
easily recreate it and get some fun.
It was a bald cap that we put Sharpie all over, right? Like
Yeah.
that's it's
Easy to recreate. When does this thing come out, Alex? This is fucking bullshit.
2027 is the official date, and so
Yeah, but it's December 17th, 2027.
Yeah,
so
but
there's
that's-
quite a wait.
yeah, it's a long.
I'll be
it's a long time.
56. I'm not gonna remember this.
We missed the stealth announcement. Apparently, they talked about it last Sunday. But to be frank, we have mentioned this before.
Yeah.
I think there's actually 2 live-action movies. This is Hunt for Gollum, and I think there's a movie that's either centered around Gandalf, or maybe they're combining that with this one, or Aragorn. So, Aragorn.
It's not how you say his name. It's not how you say
I
it. It
just
rings a power.
fucking Joe. Rings of Power has got me twisted. There's a tempest within me.
There
Yeah.
must be a curse upon
There
this
must
land.
be a curse upon this land.
But
that
he
I'm
wasn't even
mispronouncing
lost. He showed up where he was supposed to.
Tolkien's work.
Yeah, so Rings of Power and the incredibly messy. Some people like how there's some
Okay.
charm to the Hobbit trilogy.
Yeah.
I still think that there's no point for them to exist and they're actively fucking bad. And everyone involved with them should not work anymore. Fuck those
Okay,
goddamn
Joe,
fucking movies.
tell me without looking, what is the plot of the film?
Of Gollum?
Yes.
I'm going to say it's when he was captured and everything and he was tortured.
Oh,
That's how it starts.
You're just
You're right so far.
You're recounting the fucking game
and then
we
he
played.
tries to escape
I realize.
and collect dog tags from dead people.
Well, yeah, maybe. We don't know.
That's the video game just talking.
Remember,
And
you
you
have to-
literally
you have to
do
breed
collect
birds.
dog tags.
Breed some birds.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
The Aragorn and
Well, canonically,
Glamdolf.
Aragorn
What
and
are they called?
Gandalf
Randolph.
go hunting for
Gandalf.
Gollum after Gandalf is like, wait a minute, the fucking ring. Oh, so I don't know.
There may be a ring of power.
I made 17 rings.
This article says it's not the best sign that the video game based on a Lord of the Rings Gollum crashed and burned so really hard in 2023.
No shit.
That the whole company went under. Like they closed their.
Let's make a movie.
Yeah.
Bewildering, confusing. The fucking cone head orcs and the penis head orcs in that video game. I wonder if they'll change the orc design in the live.
They could barely choke them out.
Yeah. So, but so far, I think an interesting point here is that the Tolkien estate has not licensed the Silmarillion ever, as far as I know. So that could be something that if instead of this bullshit, because corporations, they want to chase the money, right? But they never like really
good
clever
parts.
about it. So they think that, oh man, let's mine more Lord of the Rings with Peter Jackson, and what else can we do? Oh well, one time Gollum did this. He farted in a corner. Let's do that
He did.
movie.
I'll watch that.
But they don't realize that if you go get the Silmarillion, then you can have like these massive fucking first age battles that are epic and
To this day right now.
Metal
It is.
swords
It
and
is.
Balrog duels and
Well,
all
the
sorts
guy's
of
still
cool stuff.
fighting him down there, right? Rings
What?
of Power. The Balrog showed up and he went to go charge him, so they're still fighting down there.
Oh, him and Durin are.
Oh, you're talking about Darren? I thought you were gonna bring up Disa or whatever her name is. That there was a ball rolled around the corner from the market and slammed into the Balrog, woke him up. Anyways, but I mean,
It's
if
not
you
too late.
do
Amazon cancel that fucking series.
cancel the series, and then in the future, somebody competent buy the rights to the Silmarillion and do that. Even though there's too many characters in it, and it's over hundreds and hundreds of years because these are like near immortal beings fighting.
It's
But
gonna be tough.
We need like a full movie, a trilogy of just the Harfoots.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
see what
Thanks.
happens.
Harfoots on the stools.
No. Stoops. Is it stools?
It's not
think
stools.
it's-
It's stoops. But
the
they are
herpes.
little shits. So. Yeah. All right, let's talk about Civilization. Hey, Civilization 7 didn't look very good, and I was pretty.
I stopped playing it, and I was like, nah.
You
I'm
and
gonna
many
wait.
people did.
I'm gonna wait on multiple updates.
Yeah. And so they showed off a bunch of stuff, and I was like, I'll probably wait 6 months because I figured it wouldn't launch pretty. And then people got mad at me. But I stand by. I didn't think it looked good, so I thought I would just continue. If I wanted to play Civilization, I'd play 6 or 5. Apparently, there are tens of thousands of people exactly like me because nobody is playing Civ 7. Civ 5 has double the players right now that Civ 7 does.
Civ 5.
Civ 5.
Not Civ 6.
Civ 6 has more than 4 times the number of players. They're in trouble. Now, what the Take-Two CEO has said is like, it's every time we've come out with a new platform iteration of Civilization, there's been some consternation on the part of consumers.
Not like this.
This isn't that you had a little bit of bugs to work out and people need some time to get used to your garbage UI. This is the game isn't as good as previous versions of the game, and people aren't playing it. It's also way more expensive, and like this. they've got a problem on
Yeah.
their hands. So yeah, right now, Civ 6 more than 33,000 people playing. Civ 5 more than 15,000 people playing, and Civ 7 less than 8,000 people playing. And if you look at the percent change, 5 dead even, 14 to 15,000 people all day every day. Civ 6 pretty close to even, right around 33,000. Civ 7 has lost 13% of its player base in the last 30 days, and I expect that to continue because people are going back to the older, and in my opinion, and probably theirs, better civilizations. So, I don't know, it's kind of a legendary franchise, but they did lose a lot of the people that worked there, and those people are making a Civilization-like that's coming out sometime later. So, I don't know. I don't think it's good for them or good for Take-Two or the franchise.
Did they have anything in the works that might bring some people?
They're
It'd be like a little bump, but
they said that we will occasionally do updates, make changes, address concerns, and the sales cycle ends up being very long, and people once again fall in love with it. Of course, there's those people that they bought it and they're going to continue to play it, but honestly, some of those games, graphics is not why you play them, and so the update in graphics is really.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's like I play a lot of I used to play a lot of Heroes of Might and Magic 3. The graphics, they're pixels, right? It's like you're not playing it for like the amazing stuff there. So, all right. Next story, probably the big story, StarCitizen, and I know people are already mad because I've mentioned it. So they've raised $800 million so far from their community, and they were going to add a new ship upgrade. And this ship upgrade also, again, because people are crazy, yes, it did improve your ships, but it also made other parts of your ship worse. But you would do that thing because like it makes your ship better, which you wouldn't do it otherwise if it didn't make it better. So you would pay for this thing, and it would help you win.
So
It's
wait
not
a
pay
minute.
to win.
So we're spending $40 for a ship, $100 for a ship.
Those are cheap ships.
Thousands of dollars for a ship, $15,000 for the big ship that a clan can run, hundreds and thousands of dollars on these ships, right? Now and they've built a whole economy out of this, and people are invested. But what did it take to piss off a community that's unpiss-offable? Well, now you take those ships, and now you piecemeal individual blades in it. And this came about via that large ship I was talking about that already cost, $15,000. And they were saying, oh, here's another thing. If you don't have enough players, you can install AI modules into the different turrets so that they operate on their own. And by the way, these module systems is not just going to be for this ship, it's going to be for all ships in the game. And then they started selling these AI blade modules for $10, $15, $30 more expensive for better ships. Better ships, more expensive blades. And these individual blades is like boost your speed by this much, reduce your turn radius by a smaller amount. This and that and that and this. And it is fucking ridiculous. And to piecemeal this game out in this way, to piss off the community in this way, and yet have another generation of revenue stream, it's desperate. It must be that they have run out of funds.
I mean, I've been telling people for fucking weeks, according to the reporting, they have spent about $800 million on the game, which is how much they have raised.
This is the most mismanaged game of all time, I think, at this point. Chris Roberts has no fucking idea how to make a video game anymore. The managers and people in charge are running amok. Never thought I'd say this. We said this 3 years ago, and it's still an ongoing saga. They need someone like an EA to come in, an EA CEO, and say, cut this shit out. We're cutting that, we're putting this shit out. Then, once the shit is out, then you add to it. You know what I mean? Somebody who'll go in there. But to add insult to injury, I just looked this up. So, yeah, Alex, actually, finish what you're going. What's saying about the blades.
Yeah, so you could purchase the blade, and then people were upset because it was perceived pay to win, and then also it's getting to the point now where they're like, hey, you would be able to unlock these games in-game eventually, but we're giving you access to them now because they need money. And the reason they need money, as of the end of 2022, they had spent $637 million on the game's development. That's only in 2022. End of 2023, additional $163 million for more expenses. It keeps going up. They are spending so much money so fast that people aren't buying ships as fast anymore because they've got all the dedicated people. There's only so much milk in each cow. Now, whale milk is different, right? One comes out the consistency of like cheese, which is weird, right?
What are we doing?
I wanted you to learn something.
Okay.
Today. Yeah, and so it's like it's real thick and kind of gross.
Yeah.
But like whale milk is different, but there's only so many whales, and so like they're milking these normal people. Yeah. And if you've already dropped $800 over the last couple, decade.
Yeah.
If you spent $1,000 over the last decade.
Yes.
Getting these additional pieces it was the last straw for too many people.
Because realize, I'm gonna be free game in the fucking universe. When the universe releases, when it finally releases, it's gonna be free. You don't have to pay any of this. Well, get this: if you don't pay your $750 for this particular ship and another $50 for some of the AI modules, when that guy's ship blows up, he gets it immediately in his hangar, and the blades too back in his hangar. If you grind for that ship, it's going to take you 150 hours to get it. You're going to work a real fucking job. After you get home from work, you're going to work another job. And then once you get that ship, then you get the ship. And then if that ship blows up or that ship is stolen, that's it! You do it all over again. Another 150 hours.
Unless you
fucking pay
real money.
Unless you fucking pay real money. So this is why this shit is
not for
fucking ridiculous. Now, since anyone who would label this as a paid advantage, many are understandably labeling it as pay to win, and this backlash is so severe that now the flight blades have been delayed, and when they go live, you'll be able to use in-game currency to buy those blades. Because the blades originally are a limited time, buy them only now because they need to generate all that money. So initially they were saying this is limited time, you can't get this otherwise, but now I think it is going to be available to everybody later on.
Yeah, they're pushing it to June. So they said, but after some reflection, we've decided that for smaller components like flight blades or bomb racks, they should be available in-game at the same time they appear in the store. They were just doing
to pay for bomb racks on your fucking ship. You already paid for the ship! Keep in mind, you've already spent $175 on your ship. Well, you know what you want with that ship? That's an extended warranty. That's what they do at the dealership, Joe. They're used car salesmen.
So did they have layaway for my bomb racks?
And we're not even talking about physical. At least you can come to work and you can drive around in your car and you can go to various places, like go hiking. But these are digital goods, Joe. You'll never be able to physically enter your ship with your digital bomb rack. Okay? And then when this blew up in everybody's face, and CIG's initial response was hilarious. They basically used the excuse of having to work on 11 patches for 2025. But the fans don't think that justifies putting more microtransactions in the game. Hey, we did 11 patches in 2025. We are doing work, and this is expensive work. Release the fucking game!
Yeah. According to Salty Mike, this is a guy that does a lot of StarCitizen content. I've actually watched a bunch of his videos for research, and he's still very much a mega fan. But he also calls them out. He says the root issue here is you continue to sell more and more items in the game that have a wider impact on what a player would do day to day. And then another user says components shouldn't be on the store at all. Never mind later on. People are angry because these are being sold in any way, shape, or form for real money. It is almost like when you spend $500+ on a ship in a game that hasn't come out yet. Maybe you should.
Why? They should not be hurting for money. They've raised over $800 million. And they're acting as if they are desperate for money.
But they are desperate for money because they've spent all of it.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I mean, just simple Google stuff. I mean, we pulled it up previously on because they put out their financials, so we know how much they've spent on. They had previously spent on it like year after year, and it's like, hey, we spent $800 million. It's like, yeah, you only had $800 million. So we're at the point now where they may have to start borrowing money from somebody somewhere.
Big company, they don't want to do that. They'll never do that. Chris Roberts won't ever do that.
Well, so
They'll rather just lie or do something all fucked up.
Like this is what it is, right? Like if you're completely out of money, it's like we need to sell $10 cup holders for your ships don't come with cup holders. In order to get a cup holder, you have to give me $10.
So get this and now I've done more research on top of this because it's been a week, a few days since this was announced. I might break this video out in a separate thing just to upload it separately so you can get right to the juicy bits. So they did this new tactic in order to generate more revenue because we think they're desperate for money, right? You've already paid for this. So I went back because I was an original backer. I don't even know how long ago.
He has a metal card somewhere.
I lost that card. It's gone. Joe, where's the fucking card?
I've seen it.
We've seen it, and it's
we made
fallen
fun
out
of it for years.
It
It's
is
like you paid what?
Paperweight.
It
$100
probably
paperweight.
disintegrated. It's been so long. So I'm an original backer. So we paid for these AI blades back in 2014. Why? Because it was a $47 million stretch goal. If you go back into their funding page, I guess they forgot their own fucking promises. They forgot their own, on Kickstarter, it's stretch goals, boom, bam, bam, we're going to give you this extra thing and this extra thing. If they hit $47 million to make this game, by the way, they've reached $800 million. Here's what you get. Engine tuning kit. You get a kit. It's one of the best-selling starter kits for the discerning home enthusiast, featured in Whitley's latest Steel of the Year issue. This kit comes with everything a fledgling engineer to take a deeper look at the mechanics of their engine. You'll be able to view your output and modify the energy draw numbers in an easy, comprehensible way. Use the 38-piece Omni tool to access your engine and start tweaking. So there were engine tuning kits. You could tune your engine with tools. Oh, this sounds even more elaborate than what they promised with the AI blades. Because here you could do it yourself, but the AI blades do it for you, I guess, is going to be their excuse. That was at $47 million. There's another one at the very end of the page. At $65 million was the last stretch goal. Because they were like, well, we can't come up with a bunch of stretch goals that'll go on forever. So they stopped at $65 million. What was the $65 million stretch goal? Enhanced ship modularity, which is exactly what we're talking about.
It's different. These are blades.
Oh, okay.
You said ship mod. No, it's different. Blades
so
are
you
different.
have the ship of your dreams, but really wish that it could be customized to suit your needs a bit more than the off-the-shelf models. And this new goal, a massive undertaking, by the way, is going to be of interest to you. We are looking at overhauling any suitable ships, including the Cutlass, Avenger, Retaliator, Redeemer. How quaint. They had what? They could only name 4 ships back then. To allow many modular components to be available as swap outs.
Maybe that stretch goal meant you had the availability to purchase.
For example, if you have purchased a Redeemer and then using the new system, you would have a variety of new modules available to refit the ship, internal and external, to suit your play requirements. This is literally describing AI Blades. If you want to make a bounty hunter ship, you could buy a quote-unquote stasis chamber module for the lower deck, and you would be able to capture and store fugitives to be delivered for their bounties at your leisure. You could configure the upper deck to be outfitted with a long-range communication suite, allowing you to keep in touch with your info agent even when in deep space. Fed up bounty hunting? Swap in a larger cargo module in the lower deck to make a profitable run you've been planning for a while. Jesus Christ, they're made like novels over here in the stretch goals. I think they just hired an author for a book, and he was just writing a sci-fi book, and he was writing advertisements in the sci-fi world for the sci-fi book. He didn't actually know that somebody's going to actually have to deliver this stuff. after a while.
See, those are the old components. This is like 11 years old. Those components don't work on this ship because this is a different model.
Oh, right. These components were just for the Cutlass, Avenger, Retaliator, Redeemer. Because we typed it.
They don't work.
They don't work on the other ones.
It's not the way it works. Jesus.
We gave you those. What are you, greedy?
If you buy a 10-year-old car, the new components don't fit on them, Joe. I don't know what you were expecting.
Wow. This to me.
I get it, but I don't.
What do you mean you get it?
Oh, I completely and totally understand everything that they're doing. Like,
Yeah.
it absolutely makes sense.
No, the
We
people
get
backing
what
it as
they're
well.
doing, but you don't get that people still giving them thousands and thousands of
Yes,
dollars.
I get it. It's like, look, I invested this much. I want to see where this goes, but you already sunk in a lot, so you feel. I feel like you're stuck.
Yeah,
But this is just like
this
there's got to be a fucking breaking point, even before this though.
Well, this was a breaking point. It was so bad when they released all these things that they pretty much receive universal hate. I mean, of course, there's those people that that want to lick the boots. But then they pulled it back and they're like, fine, we won't release these. But the thing is, if the numbers that are being reported are accurate, I'm not making it up. This is not my opinion. If the numbers that are being reported of their expenditures are accurate, they are out of fucking money. And if they are out of fucking money remember,
we might not even get a game.
Well, so that's the thing.
Well, they're fast tracking the single player.
They said that it was feature complete in 2023, which a lot of people don't believe anymore. And they said that they would need years and years of polish. And if it needs years of polish and they spend $150 million plus a year, they need $300 million just to release Squadron 42 at the same rate of development as along with these other things.
Yeah.
They need a massive influx of cash. Now, the problem with
this might be worse than what we think.
If someone comes in like the Saudi fund or any of these other people that like to buy up portions of games, they're going to want a return. And they're going to want $9 cup holders. And it's not going to be just blades and these other things. So it's like we're at a really interesting point in the StarCitizen development where they are I think they are truly out of cash. And if they are out of cash, they're going to be desperate to do more fucked up shit. That ship that you just said is $15,000? $5,000 now because they're desperate. And how the people who buy
the prices are different for content creators and people that have already spent money in the game. That's already a thing for that massive ship. Yeah. Okay, wow. Fucking StarCitizen, such a big rant and angry reaction, but we wanted to get in depth and talk to you and give reaction from the community and all angles here. But getting back to other news stories, do you have one after StarCitizen?
No, that was the big one for this one.
Okay. Well, I've got Netflix's long-awaited Gears of War movie just got an update yesterday. It might actually have a director now. And so this is what we care about. I want to see video game movie projects get good directors who will be, and writers, who will be faithful to the material and do it right. Who'd they get?
Batista.
Bullet Train director, which we all liked.
Great movie.
And he co-directed the original John Wick. So David Leitch is in negotiations with Netflix to do Gears of War. And yes, I would like Dave Bautista to do it, but didn't he stop working out or you got small? You'd have to bulk back up if you're going to do this.
Steroids because it's bad. Because it's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad for you.
He's healthier and he looks good, but you can still put a big suit on him and he still looks like,
he could still bulk up
Yeah,
and
he's
put a
still
suit
big,
on
but
him.
not like steroids.
And just basically, it's been 6 years since the last Gears of War game. It's been quite a while. Or no, Gears of War 5. I can't count if there was Tactics, when did Tactics and Resurgence, some of the.
Yeah.
But it's been 6 years since Game of
They're working
Thrones.
on it,
Game of Thrones. Gears of War 5. And the next one is the prequel, Gears of War E-Day, which will probably be $80 base, $90 for the Ultimate Edition, and $100 for the Premium Edition.
but included on Game Pass.
Is it?
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank God, man. Game Pass is really helping out with all that shit.
Fuck yeah, it is. Especially this month.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if they plan to do a bunch of remasters for this before E-Day comes out, because usually companies, when they're releasing a new game, they find this is the best time to kind of mine the IP for little half releases and things like that. But yeah, Hollywood reported David Leitch is in negotiations to helm the project. Hasn't been signed off 100%. The ink hasn't dried, but they're really, really close, and they think that's who they're going to end up. Once you get your director, if you get a high-profile director like that, you're going to let him, start making choices. So whether David Batista, who was campaigning hard for it at one time, whether he even still wants to do it, who knows if he doesn't want to do it anymore. I would say he would, since he was so passionate about it before, and he would still do it.
Him and Danny DeVito.
Yes.
Please don't do The Rock. We don't need The Rock.
He cost $50 million a movie.
In yet another one of these.
I don't know why.
But that's probably who they're thinking, because Netflix has a relationship with The Rock anyway. Maybe they have a multiple picture deal with him where, they're like, well, let's just fold that into that. That's what I'm worried about.
Well, he was in what, Doom?
He wasn't with Doom?
He was in Doom.
Oh, yeah, he was in Doom.
It's not very
Which
good.
that Doom was not very good. Then the other Doom was even lower budget. It's not very good until the last 10, 15 minutes. Then that was like, whoa, this is like a game. This is awesome. But just fast forward until the end of that.
Some of these video game movies, like, they're like, hey, you want to make a Doom game? It's like, cool, I'm going to write a completely different story that's nothing to do with the video game. It's like, why did I hire you then? So hopefully they stick to it.
Okay, and then finally, just a nothing story. Take-Two CEO stresses that the delay was necessary to make it the best thing anyone has ever seen. Now, and then, granted, it was already going to be the best thing anybody's ever seen, but he was pressed on this new show, and then he basically says he doesn't play video games at all.
Yeah.
Like, at all.
Yeah, he was brought in to make money, and he's incredibly good at that. He doesn't need anyone to play video games.
He's like, I don't know, because I haven't played it. I don't play video games.
He says I'm not a nerd.
Like,
at all.
I pay all the nerds to make video games, and I figure out how to pay the nerds. Yeah.
He says, I'm not a game, quote unquote, I'm not a gamer. I don't play video games at all. I am not the consumer in chief. I share my opinions pretty openly, but I think being the consumer in chief in the entertainment business as a CEO is probably a mistake. So that's the dude's mentality that's in charge. And what makes me so angry is he's validated. He thinks he's validated with this opinion.
That's Strauss Zelnick, right? That's who you're talking
yes,
about? Because
Strauss
the guy who's also in charge of what video games
He's
get
literally
rated.
the alternate version, the evil alternate version of like Larian Studios CEO. Somebody who's passionate about what they do, who plays what they do, who wants it to be good. This guy basically leeches off of one of the best video game studios ever. And anything he says seems like it's the smartest thing. It's going to make the most money. Yeah, but not because of you.
Maybe it was his idea.
Not because of your ideas.
Casino.
Maybe it was.
I mean, you can have a lot of people wearing a lot of hats, and you, as long as you have smart people who love video games making the games, you're going to have an evil guy in a suit at the top, and that's just his role, right? Like
I wasn't a consumer in chief in the movie business or in the television business or the music business, even though I can certainly read a script, and I definitely love music. I was a musician. My role is to attract and motivate the best talent in the business and then get out of their way. You don't do that. Take-Two does that. You're not doing it. People are coming to you anyway because you're Take-Two. They're knocking on your door. It's not your whatever. Anyways, so we got to wait a year on that. It sucks, but like when this comes out, it's going to be awesome.
Longer unless you want to play on fucking PlayStation or Xbox because we still have no idea when it's coming out on PC.
I would like to point out, prior to this particular CEO, in Grand Theft Auto, we had paid DLC expansions. Y'all remember those? Now we have shark card updates. Yeah. So I think he's made the game worse.
He also did all the...
He's doing his job, but he's also making it worse.
He was in charge of all the remasters, some of the worst remasters ever. Remember they released all of those like those packs, and it's like this is almost
I think he was in charge during that as well.
Oh, he's been in charge, for at least a decade, and those were recent, so...
All right, well, that's all I got, guys. Thank y'all so much for watching. We got a fun and a busy week ahead. Thank you, and thank you to our sponsors, people that actually save you money, give you a good service. Yep. Surfshark, click the link down below if you don't already got it, and I will see you guys on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.